Hiya, Mike.
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Still sticking with the balloon shark, huh?
Yeah, it hasn't died on me yet. Might as well keep it going.
I have news for you.
What's the news?
We won the lawsuit.
Fuck yeah, we're
We
back.
can be Blockbuster Video again.
Yes, it's been what, like a fucking year?
I don't know, man. It's like I see you. We're getting sued. Feels like eternity happens, and then we win the lawsuit. The good news about it is we can sell now the double merch. We have this merch, and we have the merch that says the video store. More money.
Yes, the $2. We need the $2.
Other than that, I really don't know why we're here. So
fuck it.
That's it.
Yeah.
I guess that's it. Hello, Shark.
Wow.
We're here.
We're probably here.
It's been a while. It's been a long time.
It's been a very long time. Our first teams matches coast to coast. Are you excited, Andy?
I'm excited. And we're playing Hollywood Video? Blockbuster, right? Blockbuster.
So something like that. Just pretty well established team. Well known name for multiple reasons, but yeah, this is gonna be a lot of fun.
It's gonna be fun. Yeah, it's fun. You know, we're gonna keep it simple, and we'll see what happens.
Yep, because we have fun coast to coast from Florida to California.
LA. Yep, let's do it.
Let's go.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Full Metal Trivia Teams Division. Today, we have a matchup of a very well-established team, the triumphant return of Blockbuster Video, featuring Mike Hanley and his Shark and Nazario Montenegro, and a brand new team with brand new players, coast to coast, with Brandon Rutledge and Andy Sweet. I am Jake Meltzer. I am your host, but I cannot do this alone. So I also have my fellow co-host, Malcolm Lay. Malcolm, how are you today, and what are your thoughts on this match?
I'm doing pretty good. But yeah, Blockbuster Video is a team that we haven't seen in a while. It's good to see them back. Coast to Coast is definitely interesting because I've seen both Brandon and Andy play in various random matches and some classics, and they are pretty good. But this is their first sort of true test going up against true veterans. So this is definitely going to be an interesting match.
Yeah, absolutely. It will definitely be interesting to see how they handle the format. But without further ado, let's get into it. Introducing first, with a record of 0 wins and 0 defeats, it is Brandon Rutledge, Andy Sweet, coast to coast.
Hello.
Hey.
And their opponents, with a record officially of 6 wins and 4 defeats, it is the triumphant return of Blockbuster Video, Nazario Montenegro, Mike Hanley, and his inflatable shark.
This guy looks like Thomas Ince.
You're not wrong. With that, let's get into round number 1. Malcolm, would you be so kind as to read the rules for round number 1?
Yep. The round number 1 rules is every competitor is going to get 8 questions in 8 different categories. For every question, they get 15 seconds to write an answer down. After the time is up, they will show and say what they wrote. A correct answer is worth 1 point, and if someone answers all 8 questions correctly, they get a bonus question.
All right, so without further ado, gentlemen, are you ready?
Let's do it.
Yes.
All right. Malcolm, would you be so kind as to read question number 1?
Yep. First question comes in the category of war. In 1917, Corporals Blake and Schofield are tasked with delivering a message to a group of soldiers, among whom is someone with what relation to Blake?
Hey, Malcolm, quick question. It's a separate question than this. What war does 1917 take place during?
I mean, it's pretty tough. I mean, the title probably won't give it away at all, but
Shout out Anthony Tisdale for that one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Love you, buddy. Pens down. You can yell at me when I see you next week. Let's start with Mike.
Brother.
And Brandon.
I also said brother.
Nazario.
Brother from the same mother.
And Andy.
Brother.
Clean sweep. That is correct. All right, your second question in the category of drama. Who plays prosecutor Captain Jack Ross in A Few Good Men? Malcolm, how many good men do you know?
I mean, I know a few.
Good answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And we will start on this question with Brandon.
I hope I didn't get my characters mixed up. I said Tom Cruise.
Nazario.
Is that who he plays? Jesus, I thought it was too obvious. I said Kevin Bacon.
Andy.
Hoping to do the same thing. Tom Cruise.
Kevin Bacon.
And Kevin Bacon is correct. Tom Cruise is Lieutenant
Knew it all
Daniel
along.
Caffey. So with that, Blockbuster takes a 2-point lead as we get into question 3, Malcolm.
Next question comes in 1990s. In Fight Club, what is the name of the anarchist organization Tyler Durden creates that spawns out of the Fight Clubs?
I don't know how people will receive this, but I just want to be on record. I love this movie still. And people who say that it's like oh, men's rights wet dream, I think they're reading the movie wrong. I think this movie is still fantastic. One of my favorites. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we will go to Nazario.
Like a monkey shot into space. Project Mayhem.
And Andy.
Oh, shit. I didn't get it in time.
And Mike.
I don't have it. I had Anarchy.
Brandon.
Let's get Andy. I got it. Project Mayhem.
Project Mayhem is correct. So Nazario and Brandon pick up that point as get to question 4, which comes in the category of Westerns. What Western features the recurring quote, "I'm your Huckleberry"? Malcolm, who's your Huckleberry? We all have to know.
I mean, I'd have to say it's probably Jay. Like, he's always usually around when I want questions tested. So.
3. Bar with a terrible joke in the back. Pens down. Malcolm with a much more heartfelt answer. I will go to Andy.
Tombstone.
Mike.
Tombstone.
Brandon.
I said the outlaw Josie Wales.
And Nazario.
Good.
Tombstone.
Tombstone is correct. So with that, right now I have Blockbuster up 7-4 as we head into question 5, which comes in the category of fantasy sci-fi. And yes, that is how you say that category. What 21st century fantasy film features characters named Lamia, Yvain, Tristan, and Captain Shakespeare? Who was that?
It's a motorcycle or something outside. Weird.
Well, that was a good way to fill the air because, geez, that was very loud. 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we will start with Mike.
Didn't have anything.
Brandon.
Probably wrong. I said Serenity.
Nazario.
Fun fact, Lamia is also the demon in Drag Me to Hell. Stardust.
That is a fact. And Andy.
Oh, shot in the dark, Stardust.
Stardust is correct. So,
I knew Captain Shakespeare sounded familiar.
all right, Malcolm. Let's move on to question number 6.
Question number 6 comes in the category of horror. What is the name of the town the majority of 2017's It takes place in?
Oh my!
For most people, this is what we in the biz like to call a softball, though it appears that maybe not for everyone here. But this movie's pretty good. If only Tim Curry were Pennywise, it would be even better. But I digress.
Hell yeah.
Because Tim Curry is the best. Pens down. Pens down, Brandon. Did you have anything?
No, I was trying to write brain fart.
Maybe somewhere else in Maine. Nazario.
Derry.
And Andy.
I got your partner, Derry.
Goodness.
And Mike.
Gary.
Derry is correct. As we head into your penultimate question, which comes in the category of action adventure. What 2000s action film is about a hitman who is poisoned and must keep his adrenaline flowing constantly in order to keep himself alive? And yes, everybody make sure your hands are on screen at all times. Malcolm, what do you do to keep your adrenaline pumping at a really high level? Like, what's your thing that gets the juices going for you?
I mean, I'm going to go with the copied answers, like playing movie trivia. Kind of does it for me.
So you're such a brown noser. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we will start with Nazario.
Crack.
Andy.
Crank.
Mike.
Crank.
And Brandon.
Crank.
Clean sweep, Crank is correct. As we get into the last question, Nazario is working on a perfect round right now. Let's see. Got to do the jinx. So we'll see, Malcolm, as you read the last question. You can get it.
All right, the last question comes in the classic Full Metal plot summary. Name the movie from the plot. 3 high school girls plot to break the heart of the school's manipulative basketball star after discovering he's been dating all of them at the same time.
I know that one was a mouthful, but I will say I know quite a few people who really like this movie. So this is a shout out to them. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down as we go to Andy first.
Not sure about this. John Tucker Must Die.
And Mike.
Didn't have it.
Brandon.
My god sister loves this movie. John Tucker Must Die.
Yeah.
And Nazario for the perfect round.
I forgot the name. I just said Jesse Must Die, but it's John Tucker.
John Tucker Must Die is correct. So big 2 points for Coast to Coast as they bring it within 2 points. I have coming out of round 1, Blockbuster Video up 12-10, I guess, or 13-9. We will figure out the score as we go into round number 2 as we just take a quick break. All right, after a quick score count, we have Blockbuster Video leading Coast to Coast 12-10 as we get into round number 2, which is the wheel round. Malcolm, would you be so kind as to read the rules for round number 2?
Yep, the rules for round 2 is the leading team will choose to go first or second. Then the player going first will bet on either red or black. The wheel will then be spun and land on the category or a colour. If a colour is spun, the team for that corresponding colour will choose a category for themselves or their opponent. If a category is spun, the team spinning can choose to take it or respin. If they respin, they'll be stuck with whatever category the wheel lands on. Then they'll get 6 questions with 2 points apiece. Multiple choice is available. That takes a point value to 1 point. And then there is stealing here. So yeah.
All right. And so Blockbuster, before I get to the categories, Blockbuster Video, you guys are in the lead. So would you like to go first or defer?
Mike.
Let's go first. Fuck it.
All right. Since you guys are going first, would you like red or black as your color?
Go ahead, you pick.
Red.
All right, red. And can bring up the wheel. Your categories for this match are historical epics, comic book movies, Sandra Bullock, comedy, 1983 films, so films released in 1983, 2000s, doggone it, movies about dogs, recent releases, Blockbuster strength of 90s Leslie Nielsen, which, I mean, it's pretty funny. And then 2000s animation, which is coast to coast strength. So if the wheel is primed, we can get that spun. So Blockbuster, this is your first spin. And it lands on coast to coast strength of 2000s animation. So would you like to keep that?
I leave it
or
up to you,
spin
my
again?
friend.
We have multiple choice, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's take it.
Let's go.
All right. So Blockbuster will be taking 2000s animation. Malcolm, do you want to read them their questions?
I will read them the questions once I get down to there. The first question is, in B movie, after Barry wins his lawsuit that leads to the end of honey production, the last remaining flowers on Earth are all located at what type of event?
The last, what did he say, Mike? The last what?
The last event.
Remaining.
The remaining event.
It's a festival of flowers. He said type of event, not name of event,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
It's
type
a
of.
festival of flowers. Final answer.
I'm gonna rule that incorrect for now, and you guys are welcome to challenge depending on. So
I assume it's
give-
because it's a parade, but you know, it's like a festival thing. But
okay. I mean, you
I
just
mean, we're
said
gonna
that.
challenge.
Okay.
So
So
okay.
coast to coast
Yeah,
for 2 point steal.
I mean,
I don't know this one.
I mean that was actually in the same thinking path as Nazario, funny enough. But I don't know. Like, the closest thing I can think of is like some kind of carnival or something. I'm not sure.
Carnival, final answer?
Yeah.
That is also incorrect. We were looking for a parade, so I know you said it. So
We're
would
gonna
you like
challenge
to
the shit out of it. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so that's fair. So we will be right back after the challenge. Okay, we are back after much discussion. We looked up the Rose Bowl Parade, which is the specific event where the flowers are at, and there was some confusion about whether it's referred to as a festival as well, and there's a bit of a gray area there. So we just decided to scrap the question and give Blockbuster Video a new question, which they will not be able to check down to multiple choice for, so they will have to answer it for 2 points. So with that, Malcolm, if you would give them the backup question, please, the extra question.
All right, the extra question. In Meet the Robinsons, Lewis's friend Goob falls asleep while playing what sport because Lewis keeps him up all night working on his inventions?
Baseball. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. Right. And back to the regularly scheduled questions. Right. Your next question is, In Monsters Inc., what is the name of the machine Randall wants to use to forcefully steal screams from children?
You know this, right?
Can't think of it. I'd have to go multiple.
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are: is it A, the scream extractor, B, the scream scooper, C, the scream catcher, or D, the scream snatcher?
Damn.
Fuck. I'm leaning towards Goblet of Fire.
I thought it was Goblet of Fire or Back to the Future.
Repeat the options,
oh,
please.
Is it A, scream extractor, B, scream scooper, C, scream catcher, or D, scream snatcher?
It's one of those.
You want me to go for it?
Yeah, go with you got.
Fuck it. A, final answer.
That is correct for 1 point.
Good stuff.
The next question is: who voices Abby Mallard in Chicken Little?
Mallard, he said.
Mallard.
That is not John Cusack, his sister.
Joan Cusack?
His sister. I don't know how to say John in English. The female one. You say it.
Yeah, Joan Cusack. Final answer.
Joan Cusack is correct.
The female John.
Alright, next question is: what is the name of Mumble's father in Happy Feet?
Oh. It's Hugh Jackman, but I don't know the character name.
Well, let's go multiple then.
Cool. Multiple choice.
Is it A, Columbus, B, Chicago, C, Memphis, or D, Detroit?
Yeah, it's Memphis.
Go for it.
Memphis, final answer.
Memphis is correct for a point. Your penultimate question. At the beginning of Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, Swallow Full's economy centers around what type of fish?
Sardines, right?
If you say so.
It's the small ones that come in a can.
Yeah, that's sardines.
Sardines, final answer.
That is correct. And your final question in 2000's animation. Who voices Captain B. McCrea in Wall-E?
Captain McCrea. Do you watch Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Not enough to probably guess.
The fat guy who is the agent of Larry David. Jeff
Wow.
something.
Daniel?
4,
No.
3.
Repeat.
Who voices Captain B. McCrea in Wall-E?
Is Jeff Garlin?
Garland? Jeff Garland?
Jeff Garlin. It's a white guy, fat.
Yeah, Jeff Garland.
Final answer.
Jeff Garland is correct for 2 points.
Okay,
Got there
so
somehow.
really strong round from Blockbuster Video. Brings them up to 21, I believe.
22.
22. Yeah, 22. So, all right, with that, we'll bring back the wheel for Coast to Coast. Their first spin. And it lands on Sandra Bullock. So would you guys like to keep that or spin again?
Well, we
Well,
talked
Andy,
about this.
we talked about this like an hour ago. So I think I believe we're going to go ahead and take it. Is that right, Andy?
Yeah.
Yep. We'll take
do
it.
it.
All right, so I will be reading your questions in the category of Sandra Bullock. So, Coast to Coast, your first question. In Hope Floats, what does Birdee think she is going on TV for when in reality it is to reveal that her husband has been cheating on her?
Oh my gosh. I think we should go multiple choice.
Yeah, let's go multiple choice on that.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, to receive a makeover, B, to win money, C, to reunite with her father, or D, to model.
I'm thinking I'm between California and Texas.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Shot in the dark. We
Go for
go. We'll go A.
That is correct for 1 point. Your next question. Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close is set in what U.S. city?
I'm like 80% sure on this one.
Okay, take it then.
I think I know. Is it New York City? Final answer?
That is correct for 2 points.
Nice.
In All About Steve, what does Mary write professionally?
We'll go multiple choice.
Yeah.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, romance novels, B, greeting cards, C, obituaries, or D, crossword puzzles.
Thinking either like Texas or Georgia.
I feel like Texas would make more sense with the context of the movie.
Okay, we'll go with B then.
That is
Finally.
incorrect. So, Blockbuster Video with a chance for a 1 point steal. Your options again are A, romance novels, B, greeting cards, C, obituaries, or D, crossword puzzles.
This is the one with Bradley Cooper, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't see this shit. You
I think it's crossword, but I'm not 100%.
go with it.
Fuck it, crossword puzzle. Final answer.
That is correct for a 1 point steal.
You watch it, didn't you?
Watched it once when it came out.
All right, your next question in Sandra Bullock, Coast to Coast. How do Alex and Kate communicate throughout the majority of the lake house?
Okay, I actually remember seeing this movie. It's they write letters to each other in like a time traveling mailbox, essentially.
Yeah.
So they have to write
Yeah.
letters to each other and leave it in the lake house
In a mailbox.
Final answer.
I think we can accept that. So I will take that for 2 points.
Did they say it was a magical? Okay.
I mean,
I'm joking, man. Let's go.
okay. I do say in the doc ghost points if you say magic mailbox. But moving on, your penultimate question in Sandra Bullock. What year was A Time to Kill released?
Oh my gosh.
I think I've got it.
If you got it, go for it, Andy.
1994. Final answer.
That is incorrect. So Blockbuster Video, chance for a 2 point steal.
I know what it is then.
Is it 6 or 7, Mike?
I think it's 6.
96. Final answer.
That is correct for a big 2 point steal.
Shit.
So we have a situation here where as long as Blockbuster Video does not get any points from this question, we will be going to round number 3. But with that in mind, Coast to Coast, your final question in Sandra Bullock. What state does Gracie represent in the Miss United States beauty pageant in Miss Congeniality?
Oh my gosh. Was it no? Oh, it's Eddie, I think I got this.
Take it away.
I believe it's New Jersey. Final answer.
That is correct for a big 2 points.
There we go. Live for one more round.
Almost said Rhode Island, but that was a different character.
Yeah.
So with the end of round number 2, I have Blockbuster Video leading 25-17. And we will take a quick break before we move on. All right, so we are going to begin round number 3, which is the deep cut round. Your rules for round number 3. There is a wheel with 8 different movies on it and 3 questions for each movie. There will be 1 question worth 2 points, 2 questions worth 4 points each. There's no multiple choice, no stealing available. The team in the lead the team actually down will spin first, and a coin will be flipped to determine which player will be answering the 2-point question. And then each team only has 1 opportunity to respin throughout the round, so use it wisely. In the first 4-point spin, the first 4-point question will be asked, and on the second 4-point spin for said team, the second 4-point question will be asked in a given movie. And each team will go back and forth answering questions until a team is mathematically eliminated. So with that in mind, the 8 movies you guys had to watch for this match were Hot Rod, The Court Jester, Superbad, Back to the Future Part 2, Videodrome, Training Day, How High, and you legally have to say it this way, Fargo.
Fargo.
Yeah, don't you know? That's how you say it. It's Fargo. Anyway, so coast to coast, you guys are trailing, so you will be going first. So we will be Malcolm, do you have a coin flipping mechanism to determine whether Brandon or Andy will be answering the question?
Do not, but I can quickly get one.
Okay.
I mean, at
Bar
least you have
does.
one ready to...
I don't have one like on it. Yeah, Bar does. So okay. So
put the wheel down so we can see Bar.
Yeah, put the wheel
Yep.
down. So all right.
All right.
I will say Andy call it in the air, heads or tails.
And here we go. Call it.
Heads.
Heads.
All right, so Andy, you'll be answering the 2-point question in.
Okay.
You got this, partner.
It lands on How High. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
I'm going to spin again.
Okay, that's your 1 respin for the round. So lands on Hot Rod.
Okay.
So since I asked Coast to Coast their questions last round, Malcolm, would you ask their questions this round? So the 2-pointer for Hot Rod.
And luckily, Hot was just right at the top. Your 2-pointer question in Hot Rod is, who plays Rico? And 5, 4, 3.
Can I get a repeat?
Yep. Your
First
2-pointer
one.
Your 2-pointer in Hot Rod. Who plays Rico?
Shit, it's between 2 people.
And 5, 4, 3.
Just going to give it a shot here. Bill Hader?
That is incorrect. We were looking for Danny McBride.
All right, so now coast to coast, you have to hit both of these in order to send it back to Blockbuster Video, and you do not have a respin, so you will have to take whatever is spun for your, and this is the spin for your first 4-point question. And it lands on Videodrome.
Oh. Figures.
So Malcolm, read the first 4-point question for Videodrome.
Yep. So I get down there. Your first 4-point question in Videodrome. At the beginning of the movie, Max has a meeting with what company at the Classic Hotel?
Andy, I have not. I don't even have a guess.
I don't either, unfortunately.
Maybe we can think of something. You never know.
And 5, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
Yep.
Second one.
At the beginning of the movie, Max has a meeting with what company at the Classic Hotel?
It's probably not even right. The first name on my head was Bell South. Don't think that's right.
5, 4.
Use the last repeat.
Yep. At the beginning of the movie, Max has a meeting with what company at the Classic Hotel?
I got nothing.
Uh,
And 5.
I'll just say it. Why not? I know. Bell South. Final answer.
And your winners, Blockbuster Video. The correct answer is Hiroshima Video.
I drew the shark that Mike has.
So with that, we will go to our unfortunate second place finishers, coast to coast. Guys, you guys did pretty well in round one. Blockbuster took your guys' strength on their first spin and did fantastically. And then you guys tried to come back with Sandra Bullock. But how are you guys feeling after they took your strength and did so well?
We probably would have respun. It's funny, we talked about it before about what we were going to do in that situation, and we ended up right in that situation. So
Yeah.
probably would have taken the respin, maybe gotten something that we were a little bit stronger in. So we learn. Be better next time.
It is what it is, and for round 3, there were only like 2 movies for sure. We're like, we don't want to answer a question. And then what do you know? We spun Videodrome. So it's one of those things. Is like, okay, you know what, that figures. But I think one way or another, we definitely had a lot of fun. Andy and I formed Coast to Coast months ago. Been trying to get a match, and we're glad to finally get one. But definitely going to be hitting the books or the DVDs, as it were, for whenever we can get another match. Probably pick a different strength. I have a couple ideas. So
yeah, definitely. We'll be ready next time.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you guys proved you guys do have some knowledge. I just think that now that you have a better idea of what round 3 is about, I think you guys will, be better prepared next time, and I think you guys will do better. So I'm excited to see you guys hopefully come back probably next season. So with that, let's put these guys in the back and bring in our winners today. Coming back with a vengeance, Blockbuster Video. They won the lawsuit and they celebrated with a victory. So Nazario, Mike Shark, how are you guys feeling about your return to the winner's circle?
Let's see. In Full Metal, the last win we had was what, like 2 years ago?
Kinda.
Yeah, definitely 2 years ago. So yeah, it feels good to get the win. It was a bummer for them because they chose a strength that was Nazario's strength, and it backfired on them. But yeah, we've been in that position. Same thing. They've chosen our strength, and they've got us. So fuck it. Finally win in our favor.
I gotta say something. I'm sorry if Thomasines thought we were gonna take it easy on him because we used to be in a faction, but that was another life, man. Like, we cannot keep that favors for other people that no longer associate with us. So you had to lose today. I'm sorry.
Okay. Apologies to Thomas Eanes if and when he sees this. So, guys, with that, I'm not sure if you guys will get another opportunity to play this year, but whenever you do, you will absolutely get another shot, hopefully sooner rather than later. And this one actually counts in the record books. So, do either of you two have a team out there that you're looking at that you guys want to take on next?
Does Bar have a team?
I believe Cult Classics is still a thing over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are.
Anyone but them.
Okay. Good to know. I will pass that on to Jay. So with that, we will wrap this up. Malcolm, we had a pretty authoritative win for Blockbuster Video today, but I think Coast to Coast showed that they do have something. They did play well in round one, just got unlucky in rounds 2 and 3. What are your final thoughts on this match?
Yeah, it's always hard forming a new team, then finding yourself face to face with a veteran team who've had that chemistry for as long as families have been a thing. And I mean, Nazario and Mike are definitely no slouches, and they've shown that they're definitely not rusty at all. They definitely know their stuff, and I mean, I want to see where Coast Series come from here, because I mean they've shown they have that knowledge. Unfortunately, it just happened that round 3 just didn't spin their way. I mean, had they saved their speed spin, who knows? We could be looking at a different scenario now. But it is what it is. You never know how the rule's going to go.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this will definitely be a learning experience for them, and I'm curious to see what both of these teams do next. But with that, we will get out of here. For Andy / Thomas Eanes, Brandon, Mike, Nazario, Mike Shark, Andrew Barr in the back, Malcolm, and myself, Jake Meltzer. This has been Full Metal Teams. Catch y'all next time.